Based upon the moves in the equity, currency, and treasury markets, the doldrums of summer may finally be here. We have very little movement with consolidation, the main theme. U.S. equity futures are up slightly. The dollar is also marginally firmer on the back of housing market reports. It's not often that you have housing data really move the markets these days, and the fact that it is tells us that we really don't have much going on. However, headline-wise, it does seem like we do have some headlines coming out this morning that's interesting. President Trump is basically pushing for a face-to-face meeting between Putin and Zelensky. Whether or not that's going to happen remains to be seen, but that seems to be the primary takeaway from the meetings that we had over the weekend and earlier in the week, where they really want to get these two leaders in a room together to talk to see if Russia will back down at all. It doesn't seem, in my opinion, I'm not a political strategist, that it's going to happen, but stock futures may be relieved a bit that there is a next step in the Russia-Ukraine discussions. In terms of data, as I said, the housing market numbers in the U.S. were better. We don't have much going on for the U.S. today. Tomorrow we got the Fed minutes, and then we had the Jackson Hole Summit beginning. Canada reported a weaker inflation data, and that has driven the Canadian dollar slightly lower. The overnight we had strong Australian consumer confidence numbers. That doesn't seem to have affected much. Overall, it does seem like it's a relatively quiet trade, but we do have certain events that we're watching that are more backloaded that could affect market flows. But this could be one of those weeks where, because we don't have much in the way of U.S. data, that we do have more consolidation than continuation, which, it can be very typical in certain weeks in the month of August. I'll keep you all updated. This is Kathy Lien with BK Traders. Have a great day.